Gentlemen, and welcome back to the WGLNA Season 1 Gold League. I'm your host, Christian Toma. To my left is DW, David Williams. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and YouTube /WGLNA. As always, if you're not watching this on battleviewer.com, go over there right now and check it out. And follow us on Twitter @WGLNA so you guys can stay up to date on what's happening in the league around you.
You can also check out the question of the day, which is, which team's roster changes will help them the most?
I thought it was going to be Lamp. I was hoping that, after this kind of break they've taken, they have been on the uprise, so maybe that's exactly what they need to keep going and keep pressing those victories.
I was going with Synergy or Lamp. Couldn't make up my mind too much. However, we're about to find out how well Lamps pays up for him.
That's true, ladies and gentlemen. Our next matchup is going to be Simp versus Lamp. On the side of Simp, we've got Laps. On the side of Lamp, we've got Starshield. Gentlemen, welcome to the face-up.
I'm Laps. Cute
as there again, guys.
All right, Laps, we're going to go ahead.
is irrelevant.
Fantastic. Laps, I'm going to go ahead and start with you. What do you got?
Negatron is the stronger of your species. He will speak.
Is this Seven of Nerd speaking to me right now?
I am Laps Cutus of Simp.
All right.
Well, apparently,
Laps Cutus.
Apparently wants you to ask
What do you think your team needs to improve on the most, or in your case, the hive mind?
Improvement is irrelevant. You will escort me to your finals.
Yeah, we will. Oh,
you will be
I don't know about
assimilated
that.
into Simp.
I don't know about the first part. Improvement's the whole point. Anyways, dude, Star Trek coming at you. Okay, moving on. Who have you been practicing lately? Or I guess assimilating strategies from? Jeez, Laps Cutus.
Yeah, Lap.
Practice is relevant. We have been working fervorously with European teams to improve. They have been assimilated.
Wow, Laps having the power to assimilate even the Europeans. That is something that you don't see every day. Thank you, Laps.
The dedication with the head movement, man. All right, Starshield. I'm assuming you're still human.
I would like to think compared to this individual.
Good response right there. Starshield, going to go ahead and ask you a question. If you guys as Lamp could replay any one of your matches, which one would it be?
That's actually a rather easy one to go on about.
Okay.
The last match on the North American Finals against Simp, not as a jab, but just as a mere fact that anyone who's watched it has to admit that was just utter hilarity.
Okay. It's good to go back.
Timing is irrelevant. 3 minutes dead in 1 second is irrelevant.
Where's the mute button on this guy? Anyway, Starshield, the follow-up question is we're talking about roster changes. What was the decision behind picking up Mort?
Well, he's a right decent tanker by all rights, and I've had a couple other individuals in other teams within Gold League who advised we pick him up, so it just seemed to be a good choice all around.
Great.
I approve of this assimilation.
Fantastic. You got the approval of Laps there. I hope it works out for you guys tonight. Laps, you have anything to say to Starshield before we get into the battle?
Prepare to be assimilated.
Fantastic. Starshield, your response.
Not much outside the fact that TNG is awesome. Gonna miss that.
Word.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, best of luck into the match coming up. We'll see you guys shortly. It looked like Laps there was trying to do this, but he couldn't do it himself, so he was trying to pull it apart. Anyway, that was fantastic. I love those guys. Stop showing off. Wait, are you?
All right, we need to get back on topic here.
Yeah.
Because we're flying way out of pocket here, and my mind is just filled with Star Trek jokes.
Well, for a good kind of segue, let's take a look at the rosters going back into this. We now have, like we said, Lamp has picked up Mort there. David, any of the things you see from both these teams, who are the people to look out for?
Nobody else has been assimilated into the Simp mind. Meanwhile, for Lamp, as you pointed out before, they picked up Mort from Team Refuse.
Right.
And they dropped Jojo Jackie, or lost him. I don't know.
One
have to get him to get to the bottom of that next time. We're not getting so derailed by a cyborg player, team representative, mascot person.
I just thought it'd be assimilated quickly. It didn't work as well as I thought. David, we talked about in the pregame show. One thing you were looking forward to this matchup was Simp versus Lamp. You said that the player skill was there on Lamp to actually go toe-to-toe with Simp. You were saying that it might be a game that goes back and forth. What would be a reason why it would?
Yeah, I mean, if Simp shows up and plays to the best of their ability, they should beat Lamp. I mean, the odds that Lamp has gotten themselves that put together in such a short period of time, despite their talent.
Right.
Say, you could even go so far as to say if they had twice the overall tanking talent from SIMP, it doesn't necessarily mean that they should win in this situation.
Really?
There's so many other factors of their team cohesion, their strategy, that all have to be put together in such a short period of time.
Sure.
It just seems incredibly unlikely to me. But I also would have said that Game Over shouldn't have taken 3 games off of Nobles Himmelsdorf. But it happened.
It did happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now into our second match of the night. SIMP versus Lamp. SIMP's going to be on defense, Lamp on offense, on Himmelsdorf again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
SIMP with a 5100, 4 IS-3s, a T-37, and a Borsig, Roomba, a Waffle.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe
them.
we can get like a battle viewer poll on that, and we will decide once and for all what to call that according to our fans, the viewers,
Right.
tank enthusiasts. Meanwhile, Lamp, 2 5100s, 4 IS-3s, and a T-37.
Call it the Waffle. I'm sorry. That just kind of spewed out of my mouth there. Lamp now going down. Look at their IS-3s pushing down to the bottom of the hill and sending 3 members on top of the hill, 2 AMX 5100s and a T-37. Now this is something we actually just saw. We saw Game Over doing, but instead of the 5100s, they saw the they brought up the IS-3s. Which setup do you prefer?
Between these two lineups right here?
Now, between going on top of the hill with 2 IS-3s or 2 5100s?
Oh, I mean, the 5100s are better on the top of the hill.
Okay.
Pretty objectively. I mean, if you say, for example, you had 2 IS-3s meet those 2 5100s, you would just lose 2 IS-3s.
Gotcha.
Quickly.
Gotcha.
But if you T-37 screening you, it's not as much of a risk. Coming down the hill, an IS-3 goes fairly quickly. Going up the hill, it does not. Overall, Lamp just doing a little bit of an exploratory move here. SIMP doing some courtyard control. They've got him pretty well boxed in. So their only weakness now, SIMP's that is the 0 line. Lamp should notice that soon.
Okay.
They could take it down. Actually, no, hold up. Their biggest weakness is hands down Adroxis' position. If they can come off of the hill, if Lamp can come off of the hill and drop on top of Adroxis quickly, he really has nowhere he can go. The only thing that can kind of support him there is the Borsig, Roomba, Waffle. Again, we need consensus on this quickly.
Yeah, it's just well. I think they said Waffle. I heard.
One thing I don't want to be is be laughter trying to pronounce German tank words. Okay, so Nitz can kind of support Adroxis here. Overlord can kind of support him as well, and Brodus can come in behind. But other than that, he's wide open in the middle. But Lamp just kind of feeling their way out, taking a little bit away across the K line. Do not look particularly resolute in anything at the moment, though.
Right, well, a lot more focus going on to this western cap side of Sim. Starshield getting spotted out, taking 411 points of damage in his IS-3 from photo finish there up in the E1 area. And they do have to look out for Overlord Prime. I mean, in that Waffle, if he gets those shots off, that is a lot of damage that he can put on these things coming up to meet him. Drynit, a nice little corner here. Now, David, looking at the kind of an overmatch you've got going on for Lamp here, 3 IS-3s against an IS-3 and then getting backed up by a Waffle. Will that go in favor of Lamp if they push on to Drynit here? Will Drynit?
No.
The Drynit would take that.
No, I mean, SIMP has a couple minor positional adjustments to make quickly. They're very far behind the curve right now. Okay. But if they make them, these 3 IS-3s are going to get vaporized so fast if they attempt anything on Drynit, or possibly even if they don't.
All right, I mean, it will be interesting to see if they decide to go ahead and do that or not, as it looks like Lamp is just kind of dancing back and forth here. Mort trying to creep around the corner, and Aggressor and Smile looking at Drynit, taking the shot, missing the first shot, and Drynit's going to go ahead and take some damage. 361, that is into Mort. In his IS-3, Smiley now pushing across the side, and now Drynit is in a bit of a predicament. Let's see how SIMP can respond here to help their friend. Drynit's trying to get a nice little positioning back there over that, that rubble pile. Where they're 413 going into Drynit's. But like you said, he should be safe. He does make sense, but more damage is coming out.
Nice
Mort getting a good shot going on top of that ramp there. Nice angle and down, getting right over that rubble pile. And Starshield moving up to join this IS-3. 7,943 for SIMP, 7,911 for Lamp. Very close now.
Nice technique by Drynit as well. So Mort went up the ramp in order to get the angle down, not only to shoot over the berm, but to hit Drynit's on the top of the roof. As you can see, there's 2 penetrations there. It's a weak point on the IS-3. Drynit's then using the rubble to incline his front a little bit and elevating his gun to make sure he can cover that with the space armor from the gun. If you're looking for tips to pick up from this,
That's
a lot of things in WGLNA are hard to translate because they're very complicated. That's some pro tanking, but we got two 5100s in a fight over in the east.
That's right. Invaded 5 breast cannons now going after Crimson Corsair in that T-37. He has been spotted. He is now on the run. Overload Prime and Nitch and 3 other members for SIMP now trying to respond, starting to reposition themselves. Baby Halo coming off the hill. It is going to be a T-37 fight. Let's see who's going to win here. Baby Halo looks like he's going to get the first shot. No, they shoot each other, but 114 go out for Crimson. 2 now, 210. Ram damage going for both of them. It is a T-37. Hook is going to come out on top. Baby Halo or Crimson Corsair. One more shot from Crimson, and Baby should go down. So close there. Baby going to be the one to drop the first tank going down there for the side of Lamp. And now what that opens up for Lamp, what that opens up, I should say, for SIMP, should hopefully be a huge help there as Breast Cancer and Invader try and do some damage onto these incoming tanks for the Northern Cav, putting some pressure, but it should be reset very easily there. It looks like there it is from Crimson Corsair, coming out, taking a couple of shots there. Drynit's, though, finding more down in the cell, then a fight going back here. Drynit's still in that corner doing absolutely a good amount of work there. Photo finish, gonna go ahead and go down to Aggressor, but Nitz is gonna pick up Aggressor in response. Now 6 tanks for SIMP against just 4 for Lamp. Starshield finding Drynit is now making it 5 for the side of SIMP. Crimson still being one more shot. If Breast Cancer, oh, he's being smart. He's not gonna come around the corner. If he was, Brodus would have lit him up there, but it looks like he's gonna be in trouble either way. And Drox is coming up from the back in an IS-3, picking that one up. Invade taking 270 points of damage in his 5100, not doing any sort of enemies for the side of SIMP. Overload Prime coming, but Brodus gonna rob that kill from him. And now it is just Starshield and Smiley Rage over in the Western Cap trying to apply some pressure. 58 seconds now on the clock, 30 seconds for the Cap. I mean, technically, if Lamp is not contested here, they will take it. But SIMP will definitely send some tanks there to make sure they don't get it as easily. Nitz finding a pickup, resetting it now down to 42 seconds. Crimson coming in his T-37. If he can get a shot off before going down, that would be huge. But if he doesn't, it's all right. Overload Prime and Andractus are coming through the courtyard here. 35 seconds, both on Cap and on the clock. Let's see how much more damage can be taken. Starshield looks like he's going to be the first one. Overload Prime turning around the waffle, lining a shot up, taking a shot, missing it. Overload Prime taking some damage in response, but Crimson, there's the reset that they need, and that should be all lit over. SIMP should take up this first victory as Andraxis picks up Starshield. Crimson still doing a good amount of damage there against an IS-3, just farming it as he is on the reload, but Nitch is going to find that kill. A victory going out for SIMP there. Very decisive victory, I should also say, against Lamp for our second matchup of the night. David, look sort of perplexed there. Did that ending come? Yeah, obviously, SIMP had that one in the bag there. Wait, I mean,
I just don't know what to say about that overall
Gotcha.
match. I mean, it's just pure chaos. There's a bunch of fights happening in a bunch of different places for no real reason.
okay.
No real cohesive strategy I saw really being developed. Some exploratory moves that didn't really amount to anything.
Huh.
An interesting one-on-one between
Right.
some T-37s.
Right, that was cool.
That I only caught the very tail end of it, but it looked like Crimson might have won by activation of a Adrenaline Rush, which is a perk.
Oh,
We'll get into that some other time. Let's
Yeah,
go to
let's do
stats real quick.
Let's
Maybe they
do
can clear up some of this confusion for me. Nitz, just under 2,000. 12 shots, 9 hits, 6 penetrations. That's a lot of shooting for an IS-3. Oh, 74 defense points. GG Nitz. That's pretty good. Wish you were on my fantasy team right now. Somebody's happy about that. Okay, 7 shots, 6 hits, 5 penetrations from Drynitz. That's a more normal amount of shooting. And he was getting pinned down by a number of IS-3s as well, if you remember. Crimson Corsair.
Yep.
1,500 for a T-37 is a ton.
I mean, yeah, got to have that nice one-on-one with Baby Halo there, but yeah, at the end, still became more damage on those IS-3s.
Lord Prime just not really contributing a
No.
whole lot to the fight.
Soggy
Andraxis
waffle.
apparently getting
Soggy
reset as
waffle.
well. And then Aggressor and Invade. Baby Halo, only people breaking 1,000. Everybody else kind of struggling. More only penned 2 shots, but they were both on Drynitz from what I saw. They're both rather important. Fight Breast Cancer getting completely rocked. And between that and what happened with Brodus, rip my fantasy points.
Just keep on going. Hey, at least you can say you were first, right? That's huge. I can only say I'm 334th. Ladies and gentlemen, we're into now our next battle of the night. SIMP versus Lamp. SIMP up 1-0. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
SIMP with a 5,100, 4 IS-3s, a Waffle, and a T-37. Lamp with 2 5,100s, 4 IS-3s, and a T-37.
Now-
So, same.
Same lineup. One thing I was going to ask you before the battle really gets underway, if Crimson and the fight with Baby Halo and those T-37s went in favor of Lamp there, do you think that would have, really had a huge overmatch? Would Lamp maybe had a better chance of winning there, or is one T-37 at one more shot not going to be able to do a lot?
Given where the rest of their tanks were, those 5100s,
Yeah.
it didn't make much of a difference. The fact was the 5100s got spotted so far out, then isolated and killed, and that's really what set up SIMP to take that match back. It also pulled some of the stuff out of the 3-line to open up Lamp's kind of counteroffensive. Overall, I really didn't see much in that match that should have been happening.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't have a whole lot to contribute or say about the actual strategy of that match, aside from it was relative chaos.
Drynet's a beautiful shot there, I believe, onto Baby Halo, getting dropped to about half health, and his T-37. A nice little pickup there. Drynet is spotted, and 6 tanks, well, actually, technically all 7 tanks for a Lamp on top of the hill here. David, with this sort of tactic going on, is this just about just going fast and just catching SIMP off guard as quickly as you can?
Yeah, plus, I mean, that's a huge part of it, but they also got a kind of a peek at what SIMP's been doing. And they see a weakness in it, obviously. This is the biggest weakness in it. So if they come down and they pick up a Droxus, could be GG, but wouldn't surprise me if SIMP has a counteroffensive or a kind of a response plan in the event they see this. While I would characterize them as a team that plays relatively static, they are responsive, so as soon as they see something, they move. And they have a bunch of triggers planned around that kind of thing. Crimson Corsair going down. That's just going to add a nice little shield for Nits.
No, that's true. I was going to say, what a great pickup for Lamp. But yeah, like you said, that is something that they have been planning there. Nits getting in that position to stop what Mort and Starshield are doing. And Droxus did make it out safely in his IS-3. Go ahead and turn around the corner. Nits taking a little damage. Good response in return. It's damage for damage there. At least it was all not Smiley range. That bounce a shot there. Nice.
Right underneath the rear part of that.
Yeah, let's take a look at that shield that we've got going on there. 4 minutes and 47 seconds. Nits doing a good job finding that cover. Smiley Rage still unloading some shots there, but not too much damage going out to Ferg. Nits is really just doing a good job, kind of making sure that the cap that Lamp is going for isn't going to work out for them. Given Lamp's current positions with 5 breast cancer in that 5100 come around the top, what does SIMP have to do, or what do they have to be prepared that Lamp will be able to do to get a leg up on?
Well, you're talking about what does Lamp have to do in order to take down SIMP right now?
Right, and if SIMP is set up for that.
SIMP is pretty well set up for it, and there's a couple of different things that Lamp could do. They don't really have any of them in motion, and like I said, it's similar to last match. I just don't necessarily know what they're going for at the moment.
No, like
perhaps they're waiting for Baby Halo to come in and do some flank spotting to get a little bit more intel on where tanks are, so that they can make that decision. That would make a lot of sense. So if Baby Halo, there we go, spots 2 in the 3 line, that may trigger some other sort of decision coming out of Lamp. However, this isn't the move that I would think is the best one. They're actually just about to assault down the D line directly into 2 tanks waiting. And if they actually go through with that, rip them, honestly.
Okay.
Nope, doesn't look like they're doing it. Changing their minds, going instead to jump on the top part. That is exactly what they need to be doing. And 5 breast cancer conveyed, rounding the corner, and a big critical miss coming out of the Roomba.
Here we go, let's see if that will seal SIMP's fate, or if Lamp is already just too far down to make anything happen. But Invade picking up Nits there, finding that clear, and now 3 tanks, no, just 2 going to be on cap, putting the cap pressure to 47 seconds. Invade and 5 breast cancer going all the way through the cap and setting up in this A5 area. Overload Prime, another shot going out. Not sure if that one connected either. Didn't see any points of damage. And Droxus, 750 damage. Beautiful focus fire coming out of the Lamp there. 40 seconds on the clock. Starshield is going to continue to push up. Bow to finish, though, is coming around from the back inside 3. And Dryness is finding 5 breast cancer. Morton deciding to get off the cap, pushing him, trying to help his teammates out. Aggressor finds Overload Prime. It is a 4-on-5 as Brodus takes down Smiley Rage. SIMP and Lamp fighting it out in the northern cap, but SIMP clearly far, far ahead, both in HP and in tanks. No, tanks now evening up 4-4, and drops 1 more shot away. Starshield and Aggressor having to back up there as they are both on reload. Drynets has his shot up. A shot for Androxus bouncing on Starshield. Starshield's just about to be loaded. If he doesn't go down, Androxus should be going down quickly. 861 points in damage there going up. There it is. Starshield finding that IS-3. But it is a 3-on-3. Baby Halo coming out of the corner in his T-37. Now fighting Brodus, who is on reload. Baby Halo has free reign of this 5100. Let's see if he can make it count. Starshield's shot not penetrating, and photo finish, and Drynets should be able to pick up this remaining IS-3 for the side of Lamp. There it goes. It is now just a T-37 against 3 tanks. He would be able to get that 5100. He does. He picks up the 5100, but photo finish quickly makes him disappear. 2 now up. SIMP versus Lamp. A good pickup there. And David, a lot of just kind of, a lot of waiting, then a lot of just quick battles happening almost instantaneously there. What is that, sort of, you're saying you're not seeing any sort of strategy. Was there a strategy you're seeing toward the end there? Or
it did take shape eventually.
Okay.
There's just, the only reason I'm saying that is they have the position to make strategic moves.
Okay.
But it looks like they're taking a very long time to make those decisions. Let's go to stats. Very interesting trend developing here.
Okay.
Nitz is again at the top. Brodus getting shut out a little bit in his 5100, but not that much. Overlord Prime's Borsig not mattering at all, honestly. Soaking up some damage and a little bit of attention, but that's it. Drynets, 2800, 9 shots, 8 hits, 8 pens, stellar. Nitz, 9, 7, and 6, not bad. Adroxus, 665, quite good. Photo finish, 765, also quite good. Brodus getting 5 out of 6.
Right.
The rest of the team, I noticed this is one of the bigger issues here. Starshield bounced quite a bit in that last little tank fight.
Right.
And there was also some very low rolls coming out of their IS-3s that could have made a huge difference. But overall, they got out-tanked in the fight, and there was a chance that they could have really won. They could have succeeded doing what they were doing there. Baby Halo at the very end, picking up that 5100 kill. Probably just a little bit of him being like, doesn't matter, got the kill.
I got it.
Got the kill,
you can
kill me now, bro. It's over.
Right.
So we'll see if Lamp is a little bit more prepared for defense than they were for offense, because right now, it reminds me of like when I was a little kid wrestling with my dad. It's like it's like you're starting to get a leg up, and then he just kind of puts his hand in your face and pushes you to the ground. And you're like, so close.
Sure.
And yeah, that's pretty offensive. I'm sorry, Lamp, but that's what it looked like.
Okay.
Struggling, and then eventually getting put down right at the very end. But they have some good things going for them. And if they can expand on those and take advantage of them, then they do have the tools to win. We've seen this so far.
Right.
They've come very close both times, but strategically, they're just getting wrecked on that front for the most part.
Absolutely right there. Now we're into our third battle of our second matchup of the night. We have switched sides. SIMP is now on offense. Lamp on the defense. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
SIMP with 2 5100s, 4 IS-3s, and AMX-12T. Lamp with 2 5100s, 4 IS-3s, and an FE-304. Fight breast cancer in it again.
Good for him.
We've seen last time, got a nice
sweet TD mode, yeah.
5100. Ox Mathis cried. It's like, what I do
challenging the throw.
But here we go.
No,
Crimson Corsair, Overlord Prime, and Brodus going on top of the hill. Fairly standard opener from SIMP. We'll see those IS-3s stop in the G78 column, G78 area, I should say. Fight breast cancer going.
I was gonna say,
crazy opener.
Is this something we've seen? He's looking like he's driving a light tank. Does he know he's an artillery?
I mean, it's a pretty.
That's a fast tank.
He's scouting essentially.
Huh?
It can. So
Sure.
I mean, in a sense, bringing him in that and using him in that way, you haven't lost anything. As opposed to a scout. He still did a scout run. He's still got the same information you would have gotten out of a T-37.
Sure.
Or a 12T or something. But now he's an artillery. So,
all right.
Pro moves from...
And he was a TD. He's really fulfilling 3 roles with
pro
that
moves
one
from
tank.
Lamp right now, honestly. That was interesting. Haven't seen anybody do that so far. Everybody's a little bit too uptight about their FE-304.
That's great. I mean, good for them. Hopefully, let's see if that, can really sort of, inform what they do next.
Just all up in SIMP's face right now. They already moved across the courtyard. They bullied SIMP out. SIMP is running into the southeast.
Wow.
Probably going to try and either slip into the west and fire up the 5 line or go east and up the hill. But if they go east and up the hill, I honestly wouldn't know what to say at that point because
That's
Okay,
what they're
it's
doing.
happening.
That's what they're doing.
It's
What are you going to
happening.
say, David?
I don't know. I just told you, Christian. I don't know. This makes no sense to me.
Okay. Well, now looking, like you said, we'll see if Lamp has a sort of defense prepared and planned. And they absolutely look like they have had that, and Simp just not ready for what they're seeing. Over the Prime, Crimson, and Brodus in those autoloaders up on top, 2 5100s and a 12T.
Here's the thing. They knew where so many of Lamp's tanks were.
Uh-huh.
The only guy that they really didn't have good eyes on, there's only two, is Invade and Baby Halo. Both of them are in 5100s. A little bit of scouting from that 12T in coordination with their 5100s could have told them exactly what they needed to know. And I think Simp assumed that Invade was probably somewhere in the north with Baby Halo, which isn't a bad assumption. But when they go back and watch this, they're going to kick themselves because they had Baby Halo dead to rights, or Mort and Star Shield. There's like 100 different things they could have done. Not literally 100, but there's many different options they could have done to just have a guaranteed win with the positions Lamp were in. But right now, they just push Lamp into exactly where Lamp wants him. Now Lamp is readjusting to handle the zero-line push. One of two things is going to happen here, in my mind. Simp is going to come down and get wrecked, or they're going to see that they're there, and then, I don't know, debate about going back over the hill the other way, realize they don't have the time, then come down and get wrecked. But either way, unless Lamp throws this, Simp is about to get wrecked.
Okay. Wow. I mean, good on them and good on Lamp for finding this, pushing Simp into a corner and really making them do what they want them to do. 9,400 points on Simp, and David, as you were predicting, that should be disappearing relatively quickly. A nice little setup there for Lamp. Fight breast cancer in that A4 corner, in that artillery. Shots now already going out. Aggressor and Baby Halo have been spotted, and Droxus, for the side of Simp, is the one who is spotted. These little IS-3s now just kind of stacking up here, trying to take the shots out. More damage coming in, and Droxus being dropped to 1,115 points. Trying to back the hill. Nitz now making the cross, taking a shot into Baby Halo. Baby Halo gets a shot out, a good little chunk of damage.
Back up, man.
I would say Baby Halo's got to be careful now, because if the rest of the tanks see him and he doesn't move, they're going to come over and their turrets are going to be turned to him.
It's not a corner tank.
Oh,
it's killing me.
Oh, here we go. Another shot going out. Luckily, nothing connecting there for that 5,100. Mort in his IS-3 coming in the corner. The member that Lamp has just picked up. Let's see how much he can do to affect change on Lamp and hopefully claw their way back down from a 2-game deficit to tie it all up on our first map on the second match of the night. And Droxus driving it over the Prime. Here's the push. They decided to go over the corner. Baby Halo didn't get any more shots off. He's just repositioning. And now let's see what Simp can do. Aggressor still watching the courtyard. Now, David, the moment that Lamp knows, that they're all 7 members of Simp are in this corner, are we going to see Aggressor push up to try to back up the teammate, or is he going to maybe just stay in that position to make sure?
Oh, he'll push up for sure. This is the move that Lamp was looking for. They're just bringing Invade and Smiley Rage, but either way, action kicking off big time.
Wow, a lot of damage going out from the side of Simp. Nitz getting dropped to way below half health, and Dryden's 962 points. Baby Halo gonna be the focus now from the side of Simp. If one more shot, he'll go down. Photo finish, picking that one up. Simp actually finding the first tank of the match against Lamp. Aggressor coming around the corner. Mort now is stuck. He is completely out of his element. Over the Prime, finding Mort there. Dry Nitz, though, are about one more shot. Starshield's locked and loaded. He finds a shot into Droxus and Droxus. But now, looks like he's going to get pushed on. Smiley and Invade, though, and Aggressor are ready to back up. Some damage coming out from that FB304. Nitz finding Starshield. More tanks dropping for the side of Lamp. This is not looking good for them at all. Invade now going to be the next one to go down. 420 points of damage. Crimson getting dropped to about half, but Droxus finding Invade. Another tank going down. Smiley finally finding Overlord Prime. The first tank for Simp of this battle. An artillery shot just missing Nitz. That would have been a beautiful pickup. And now Aggressor is in the overmatch, and Droxus is going to pick this one up. Smiley going to turn on the corner and find Dry Nitz, but he should go down himself to Brodus, just unloading his last clip in that 5,100 now. Just going to try to avoid as much damage as he can. Smiley picking up Crimson, but 3 tanks against the 1. Damage 110 going into Brodus. For photo finish, picking that one up. And David, you said the only way Lamp would lose it is if it was a throw. Well, it looks like Lamp just threw that, because Simp has 4 members alive on the side of their team. Lamp, just that FB304 fight breast cancer in that artillery, 208 points of health. And Droxus and Nitz, all they got to do is sit behind the corner. Oh, looks like they got a little bit of splash damage there, resetting the cap, but I don't think his reload time is quick enough to keep resetting this. 38 seconds still on the clock, and now just 12 for the base cap. A shot missing. That is not something you want. 5 seconds to reload it. 9 seconds on the countdown. He might be able to get one more reset, but he will not be able to win the game, and Simp should take a third victory against Lamp here. On to Himmelsdorf. There it is, and Nitz actually finding Fight Breast Cancer. 3-0 now. David, because I wasn't quite as sure as Simp getting annihilated as you were. Where did it? What happened there? Because you were so it sounded like you were so confident that Simp was just gonna get blown up.
And they should have.
Okay. I trust you.
Just weird positioning once they got in. Once Lamp brought their tanks up, weird positioning on a lot of them. They could have locked those tanks down a little bit better in the 0 line.
Okay.
They also, once Simp came down, needed to bring Smiley and Invade directly in. Invade went south, buying tons of time.
Big problem.
Basically, they all got isolated one by one when it wasn't very difficult for them to merge up in concave on Simp. As you saw, most of Simp was one shot.
Right.
Very quickly.
Right.
But they did a very good job shuffling their HP, which is something you can expect. But the thing is, you shouldn't let them do that.
Right. Just get there quicker.
Also, Lamp gave away a number of shots in their 5100s as tanks were moving that didn't count, if I remember correctly. We don't really need to go to stats overall.
Okay.
Well, Invade hit 6 for 6 for 6. And
Wow.
Baby Halo got 6 out, or 5 out only, and penetrated 4 of them. So perhaps I was wrong on that part, but just in general, those shots weren't on target. The thing with 5100 is while you do want to get 5 of 6 out, like we've discussed a number of times here, you want to make them all in the same target. You want to make them count.
Sure.
Or somebody else, the target somebody else is sharing. And just a lot of tanks running around at low hit points there. Not hard to see. Overall, Simp doing a good job, I guess, fighting themselves out of a
coming out of a place
error
where they
that
should have been
never
done.
should have happened.
Absolutely.
And then Lamp giving them everything they needed to come back.
Well, now let's talk about being Simp, right? Getting yourself in that position. When they were in that, do you think they knew immediately, like, uh-oh, well, we just got to fight now? Do you think they realized how stuffed into a corner they were?
Oh, Simp definitely realized that they didn't have many other options aside from shoving the 8 line, which is what they did. The problem is, you do that as a team, and you're like, well, we'll probably die, but let's see what the best we can do is, and hope the other team, messes up.
Their best was good enough. Simp now up 3-0. One final battle going to happen on Himmelsdorf. Let's see if Lamp can just take one. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
Simp with 2 5100s, 4 IS-3s, and AMX-12T. Lamp with 2 5100s, 4 IS-3s, and FE-304.
Right, Lamp not changing the lineup. It looks like that artillery's still there. Didn't quite work out too well for him this last time. Maybe it can work out better for him this time. Now, David, kind of the reason I asked if Simp knew that, you think they're going to, make a huge adjustment to make sure they will just not get caught into that same position? Because Fight Breast Cancer is doing the same thing he did last time. He is now being a scout.
It wouldn't surprise me if Lamp does the exact same thing they did last time. They got what they wanted. They just fumbled the end.
Okay.
What would surprise me is if Simp decides to go up and over the hill again. I mean, they had to know quickly once they got there that was the wrong call.
Right.
Can't really go up and over hill that late in the game without some sort of map presence to make sure that the enemy team is bottled up where they were. Already they're expanding a little bit, but Lamp has actually adjusted a little bit. Smiley Rage going into the G3 corner could very easily shut down where Adroxus is.
Let's see if this happens. Aggressor now going through his Smiley Rage. Taking a shot, 2 shots going out, no damage happening. Aggressor is in the courtyard. He's pushing up. Let's see if he finds that corner position to do some proxy spotting, but it might be a little too late as photo finish. Nitz and Drynase are pushing on the side. Aggressor takes some shots, actually missing as Nitz taking a little bit of damage, but Aggressor, beautiful focus fire coming out for the side of Simp, getting dropped to half health in that IS-3. And now, let's see if he can respond. And Drox is coming in the corner, 390 damage, even more going on to the side of Aggressor. He needs to be careful because a couple more shots and he will go down. Starshield and more repositioning themselves. Nitz, a nice pickup from the corner, finding Aggressor, the first tank falling for this battle, and it is on the side of Lamp. Photo finish, Drynase and Nitz now free range to push on that 8 line. Coming around the corner, Starshield. Looks like they're going to be the next bit of focus, and Drox is getting a nice shot through the window. A shot coming out from the FE-304, but no damage going. Now 400 points this IS-3, and Simp continuing to push this sort of aggression. They have 1,100. One more shot, he'll go down. Nitz just needs a few more seconds over the prime, finding Baby Halo. He has a shot up. Let's see if he takes it. He does. Starshield goes down. Now just 4 tanks remain for the side of Lamp. Simp has all 7. A beautiful just display of tanking and strategy here. Mort now sitting onto that northern cap. Drynase putting some pressure on, but it looks like he just wants to finish out this IS-3 here. Photo finish and Crimson coming along. That 12D does have 6 shots ready and waiting for the next tank that he finds. Photo finish. One more shot. He'll go down, but Drynase making sure that doesn't happen. Getting a good shot there, shutting down Lamp before Photo can go down himself. Looks like Brodus is 5100 taking a little bit of damage there, but it is just Invade, Fight Breast Cancer, and Smiley Rage on the side. 20 seconds now on the cap. And Drox is down here in the south with Brodus pushing up against Smiley and Invade. Dryden is finding Fight Breast Cancer. That was the last hope Lamp had for any sort of recess to go down. Brodus now pushing in on this IS-3. Let's see how many shots he can get off before Smiley gets out. He actually might be able to take down Smiley before he gets any shots off. One more shot, he'll go down, and Drox is gonna pick that one up. 18 seconds, but just Invade remain. SIMP taking up another victory, looking like making it 4-0 against Lamp. Invade does find Brodus, gets dragged and shut down by Adroxus with the cap pressure going up. SIMP 4-0 against Lamp here now. Complete domination onto Himmelsdorf. Dave, let's talk about that opening because, it did seem as if Lamp was doing the same thing. SIMP did adjust. Lamp did also readjust. Where did the Lamp kind of fumble the ball there?
Many places.
Okay.
To be honest.
All over
There's a
the
moment
map.
there where Nitz just drove through so much fire in so many positions like he didn't have a care in the world.
He's like,
I haven't
I
seen
can do this.
something like that, I don't know, maybe ever.
Really?
I mean, in
Really?
a sense, he really didn't have much of an option. Once
Okay.
he committed there, he just had to go. But just the way that he drove straight through it unscathed was
That shouldn't happen.
just confusing. There's a parallel I would make, but it involves a specific player from a specific league, from the
So,
RU league.
Let's not do that.
Most people wouldn't get it, so
Right.
whatever. Either way, it's one of those isolated things. Maybe I'll throw it up on Twitter at some point. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Then I can reference it.
Check us out.
Either way, statistically, it's all spread across SIMP, with
Okay.
Adroxus taking the most, Drynitz following, then Overlord, Photo Finish, etc.,
Right.
etc.
Right.
Strangely enough, Nitz very close to the bottom.
Hmm.
And Smiley Rage leading up for Lamp. But overall, Lamp had a very, I don't know if it was a very good opener, but they had an opener they could definitely work with.
Right.
That should have gotten them more damage than they did. I think Invade's spot all the way in the west is okay.
Okay.
I see the angle they're going for, but with a 5100 over there, I just don't like it as much as if they had him over the top.
Okay.
Closer to where Baby Halo's been. Anyways, whatever. Semantics, like little things
Right.
in that instance. SIMP just drove straight through the trap.
Sure.
And just didn't care.
And
And they bullied him
trap
right out of
wasn't-
the way.
the trap didn't get triggered maybe soon enough for the side of Lamp. Now, but
Just
one
didn't
thing
get enough out of it.
I want to put Fight Breast Cancer's sort of arty scout that he's been doing. If teams watch this and teams watch this back, is this going to be something he can continue to do, or is that kind of like a one-time thing? Because if you send any tank out there, he can get one shot quickly.
Yeah, or the T-37 could intercept him directly and
Right.
kill him.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe not.
All right.
You may look at it a little bit more detail and see that there's a trade you would make if the T-37 showed up over there, but whatever.
Well, we'll get into that later, ladies and gentlemen, as we're into our next battle. SIMP versus Lamp. SIMP up 4-0. Just needing one more to clear this one out. And we're going to Ghost Town. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
SIMP with two 5100s, two IS-3s, a T-32, a T-54 lightweight, and a VK2801. Meanwhile, Lamp with two 5100s, three T-32s, a T-54 lightweight, and FV304. It isn't worth noting that Lamp is on offense. Wouldn't surprise me to see them go northeast and do something similar to what we saw High Voltage do in their final cap against SIMP. They have the lineup for it, and they have an artillery.
Now,
One thing I do want to point out before we get too far into
Yeah.
things. SIMP's decision just to drive up the 8 line in that last battle was absolutely correct, based on where essentially Smiley Rage, I believe is Smiley Rage, and Aggressor were.
Okay.
They knew that they could get up there relatively unscathed and get some separation. Still, Lamp should have done better with those positions, but I do want to give out props for SIMP recognizing the correct way to go and doing it quickly without panicking.
Oh, some shots going out there already. It looks like Aggressor getting a good chunk of damage on the Photo Finish in that T-32. Now, David, looking at now Baby Halo in this FV304, taking it away from Fight Breast Cancer, is there a certain reason why one player would use the same tank, or why you'd have different players with the same tank on different maps?
Personally, I've seen Baby Halo play Artie. He does just fine. Fight Breast Cancer is one of their best tier 8s overall. So
Okay. They
maybe get him in a tier 8. I heavily approve of the switch up there.
Gotcha.
As long as Baby Halo can shoot his Artie just as well, which I believe he can.
Right.
Then I think I haven't seen Baby Halo play a lot of tier 8s this season, but I do know that Fight Breast Cancer is very good. So FBC, possibly an upgrade for Baby Halo in the team.
Now, here we go. Cap pressure already applying there. Fort and Baby Halo, a T-32 and a FV304 on the northern cap. Getting reset there. It looks like by Crimson doing a good job in that A1 position, way up there in that corner. see how much more they can do. Because if he can continue to do that, then Lamp shouldn't be able to take this at all. We have seen though crazier things happen here for this northern cap. If it was high voltage, the quick cap there. But Crimson finding Baby Halo. That was not planned, was it, David? I'm just making sure that this was some sort of shield tactic.
I don't know. Either way, sniping with a 2801 from that distance.
Impressive.
I mean, it's largely luck-based.
no, it was skill. It was all skill.
He's just spraying HE over there.
Wow.
The question is, how many rounds does he have this time? Because last time that was a problem. But there's a huge spike coming out.
Absolutely. And Drox is finding Aggressor, picking that one up. Simp, now that they know they are a tank ahead, they're going to try to find the overmatch where they can. Invade on top of the hill in this 5100, taking 400 points of damage. 5 breast cancer being chased now by 3 members. One more shot, he'll go down, and Drox is picking that one up. And the 5100 not getting all those shots out. That is devastating for Lamp. They are technically in the lead with HP. Let's see if they can continue it because they are now in a deficit 4-6. Starshield picking up dry hits. Mort now, Starshield and Invade over in the corner, but Androxus is on the reload. He has to get out of there because Invade actually is on the reload himself, so a little bit of a dance now going to probably start happening from these 5100s. Brodus also on the reload. Smiley Rage taking a bit of ram damage there from Overload Prime. Not enough to kill him, and Smiley going to pick that one up. Just barely. Smiley getting out there with it looks like 38 points of HP in his team for lightweight. And Droxus just now buying time. Starshield finding Crimson Corsair in a 2801. And now evening it up 4-4. Smiley Rage actually finding total finish. More finding Nits. It is now a 4-on-2 in favor of Lamp. But Androxus and Brodus looks like they're about to have, Brodus does have his 6 shots ready. Androxus now does have his as well. Let's see how much they can do because 2 5100s fully loaded could do a lot of damage. One more shot from Invade. He'll go down. Smiley gonna be in a lot of danger. Androxus just need to turn the corner and pick that one up. Let's see if that's a bait though. If Starshield more can punish them enough for taking that down. Brodus finding Smiley, bringing it back to a 2-on-2. But now Androxus taking a little bit of damage there from Starshield and more. David, two T-32s against 2 5100s. I mean, if these 5100s can hit their shots, Starshield and more do have a legitimate chance here of taking this victory.
Both teams have a very legitimate chance of taking this victory. However, right now it's largely on Brodus' shoulders because he's the only one with shells.
That's right.
Mort is 1, maybe 2 shots to Brodus. And then that leaves 1 additional shell for Starshield here. But Brodus can't be shot when he does it. And between the 2 tanks, a T-32 is marginally better at taking a corner than a 5100 is.
All right. This should be a very interesting battle indeed as we continue. Brodus, David, like you said, 3 shots in that 5100. Androxus, though, has been given a lot of time to reload himself. And if his shots can come up with Brodus as well without taking any sort of pressure, I mean, that would be a huge jump up again for Simp. Lamp being on the aggressive, do you have to make something happen with the pressure?
He's
they
loaded.
can't. There it is. Now, looks like it's 9 shots on the side of Simp against 2 T-32s. Starshield and Mort now putting pressure on. They're going to force Simp to come to them. 46 seconds, though, gives Simp a good amount of time to kind of come at them from different angles. David,
oh my God.
what's going on? What's going on, man?
So
What do you see? What do you see?
Breast Cancer's corpse is coming back in a big way. Possibly being a hull down for Starshield, but Starshield's in the middle of turning and his hull is exposed.
Oh, shot going off and it bouncing for Androxus. That is unfortunate there. Now they do have the turret's turn. They do know where Simp is going to be coming from. More shots going off, and the cap has continued to build up. 20 seconds now. Lamp just needs a hold, and they can take a victory here. Androxus letting more shots fly, not finding any for Starshield, but maybe he's just trying to make sure that his turrets are continuing that way. Another bounce going out on that T-32, but Brodus coming in the corner. This could be it. He's getting ready. 7 seconds now. Just needs a shot. Reset. There it is. Fort going down. That's actually Androxus who picks that one up. Brodus doing a good job just kind of dancing there. He's looking for a kill. Brodus finds Starshield. Now the cap's getting dropped down. Mort finds Brodus. But David, he does not have enough time to cap, so he actually has to find Androxus here. Androxus is on the reload now. Androxus, you better start running because Mort is coming for you. This is going to be an interesting battle. But Androxus, he has 28 seconds to stay alive, 47 in the battle. So that's not enough for him to just buy time. So Mort should be able to catch up in that T-32. David, he's moving a little slower than usual. Do you think his engine's damaged in any way, or is that just kind of the average? It just looks like he's moving a little slower.
Mort or Androxus?
Mort.
No, his edge is just fine. The T-32 is just
a slow.
boat, man.
All right.
The Androxus, however, is almost loaded. I can't even fathom clipping this many times in a match. all of my what right now. Droxus stands a very good chance of taking out Mort on this corner. 12 seconds left. Mort cannot finesse this. He has to go directly in, and even then, I'm not entirely sure he has the time to find a Droxus and close it out in the time left.
There we go. 4 more seconds. Mort looking corner. Looks like no one has been spotted. 2 more seconds. Now down to 1. And actually, Droxus picks up Mort just to seal the deal. Simp taking the victory 5-0 against Lamp there. Oh, so beautiful. That was a nice little beautiful shot there. But that got extremely close. Lamp did a good job really clawing the way back and almost taking a victory there against the Simp.
That legitimately stressed me out. That whole match.
You okay?
Okay,
buddy?
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Personal space.
Right, sorry.
Personal
right.
Okay, so let's go to stats real quick for
Great,
Droxus.
jump right into that one.
27-65 Adroxus, 19 shots. 19
so
shots in a 5100. I legitimately, I don't understand. Anyways, 14 of those hit and 11 penned. Rotus, I mean, that's all you need to know. 19 shots came out of a 5100. T32, 10 shots, 8 hits, 8 penetrations. Mort doing quite a bit of damage as well. But again, 19 shots out of 5100. 19 shots. Okay, I'll stop. He also got a reset. Good job, Adroxus.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations to Simp. A 5-0 victory against Lamp there. Looks like Lamp just didn't have what it takes. And obviously answering my question, Mort not quite, making a huge impact there to do really anything for that team. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll conclude match number 2. Match number 3 is coming up. Elevate versus Maple Freedom. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. 19 shots.
Oh, you did it again.
Update 9.9.